Hello, everyone. Once again, Josh Matthews, Scott D'Amore, Brad Gilmore from Reality of Wrestling. We thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday night here in Houston, Texas. Tomorrow night, Slammiversary live on pay-per-view. But Brad, Scott, tonight it's all about Impact and Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I said earlier. This is a home game for us, so we have to defend home court here tonight. You'll already have an early win with Jordan Grace versus Alex Gracia, but I tell you what, y'all have great talent at Impact Wrestling, but we have great talent at the Reality of Wrestling, and we're going to see who's better tonight.
Brad, you have great talent and you have home court advantage, but when you're an international promotion like Impact, you're able to go on the road and still pull out wins. It's like the Patriots. It doesn't matter if we're playing in Pittsburgh, doesn't matter if we're playing in San Diego. We go in and we just get W's, baby.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but look, we have one thing that y'all don't. Just out of respect, we do have a two-time Hall of Famer who's held 35 championships.
It's so weird because he never mentions that.
Does he not?
Oh, my God. I think I've had those rings shoved in my face about 18 times today.
We also have one thing that you guys don't, and that's victory here tonight.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing La Familia, Diego De La Cruz and Vega.
All right, Brad, tell us a little bit about La Familia.
La Familia, one of the great factions we have here in Reality of Wrestling. Of course, the leader of La Familia, Aiden Cristiano, who is our television champion, will be defending that title a little bit later on, but this is the tag team. This is Diego De La Cruz, Jonathan Vega. They've had their opportunity at Reality of Wrestling Gold a couple of times, come up short, but they're looking to get a big win here this evening, and he plays the accordion.
I play the accordion.
Well, he used to be a part of the Kenosha Kickers. I don't know if you know about that.
So which one is the gentleman with the accordion?
That is Diego De La Cruz.
And we have Jonathan Vega on the broadcast.
Why not?
Different regulations down here.
Diego De La Cruz.
And their opponent,
La Familia.
Dez wins with Trey, the Rascals.
They're going to have to deal with the Rascals. Dez, Trey, and Wentz collectively are the Rascals. Tonight, I believe we're going to get a combination of Dez and Wentz, the same combination, Scott, that tomorrow night will challenge the North and LAX for the World Tag Team title.
Yeah, we got lots of time to talk about that, but what the hell was Trey wearing?
Shorts.
Yeah. Is that right out of your bag?
I thought those were very stylish.
Yeah, you would.
I think he stole them from Brooklyn.
So it's going to be Dez and Wentz against Diego De La Cruz, and his tag team partner's name is what, Brad? Please.
That is Diego De La Cruz and Jonathan Vega.
Jonathan Vega.
La Familia under the expert tutelage of Aiden Cristiano. Once again, our Reality of Wrestling television champion.
So as I mentioned, the Rascals here tonight, 24 hours before Slammiversary, where they will challenge, they thought originally just LAX for the World Tag Team titles, but last night at Bash at the Brewery, the North became new tag team champions, and now we have a triple threat tag team match tomorrow night live on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I've got to call it an upset, I think, Josh, for the North to walk in to San Antonio, Texas, and win the World Tag Team Championships from LAX. I don't know if anybody called that.
I mean, LAX, former 4-time World Tag Team Champions, longest reigning Tag Team Champions in Impact history, and they were upset last night. Hey, anything can happen on Twitch, and anything can happen on Impact Plus. Wentz getting the start here against De La Cruz.
Wentz, an underrated grappler.
So, Scott, let me ask you, when your team, and you've been a coach for many, many years, when your team goes up 1-0 and you go up early, does that bode well for the confidence level of the rest of the team?
Well, it certainly should, and at a point like this, if Impact has a leader back in that locker room, and I'm not sure who that would be, maybe Eddie Edwards.
Sure.
But I think he has to be saying, guys, it's great, we're up 1-0, but let's not lose sight of the fact every match is its own unique contest. And here, we have two very competitive teams out here that are going to have to see who's going to come up with the win.
You know, Brad, let me ask you, do you think Booker T would just close down the row if you guys lost all the matches tonight?
Well, you know what? That's a big if, Josh, and I don't think that it's going to happen. But wait, to go off what Scott said, sure, y'all got an early lead. I'm sure the confidence level is up. But all that's going to do for Diego De La Cruz, Jonathan Vega, and the rest of the Reality Wrestling locker room is make us that much more motivated and that much more hungry to get a win.
Crowd worked into a frenzy moments ago. Wentz leaning back here in our second match. Brad mentioned a 12-man scramble match still to come here tonight at Deep Impact. That'll be an interesting match, Scott, because you start the match with tall guys in the ring. Battle Royals rules, you get eliminated when you go over the top rope, both feet touch the floor, but then when we get down to the final two, it becomes a one-on-one match with traditional rules applying.
Yeah, it's going to be 6-on-6, but in a way, sort of every man for themselves here.
Well, with the championship on the line, right? Everyone wants to win some gold.
Everybody likes to have a strap to put around their waist.
Sammy Callahan is here. Michael Elgin is here. We've heard a ton about Moonshine.
Absolutely.
Reality of Wrestling.
Moonshine Mantell, our current Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. Oh! Wow. Stiff shot from Diego De La Cruz right there.
Being the champion of Texas, that's kind of like being the valedictorian of summer school, right?
That's funny. That's cute. Can I expect more of that tonight?
Yeah. De La Cruz goes up and over. Wentz now off the other side. Back and forth, these two go inside the ring. Wentz tucks the clothesline, springboard off.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful corkscrew.
Very impressive. Diego De La Cruz going to his corner. He needs to get a tag on to Jonathan Vega, and he does.
Wentz continues to build the speed. Let's see if Vega can keep pace.
Jonathan Vega's greatest asset is his gas tank. This man can go all night.
Nice takedown. Tag was made to Dez. Dez looks like he's impressed with Vega, or maybe taking a little aback. It's hard to tell with Dez sometimes what he's thinking.
Dez has a great background, military background, had a wonderful career already in professional wrestling, and now that the Rascals have formed, they just seem to be on the rise straight to the top.
Wow.
Main event tonight, Rich Swann versus Ryan Davidson. From what we understand, this is now champion versus champion. Winner take all tonight. Wow.
Reality Wrestling Championship on the line, as well as the X Division Championship.
So let me get this straight. The winner of that match is going to leave with both titles tonight?
Wow. Absolutely. Booker T wanted to raise the stakes a little bit.
We'll send some pictures of the championship from our next Impact event. Oh!
Is Ryan Davidson going to be defending the X Division title over there?
Look at the Rascals go.
You know, Brad, you should be like, almost over there. Brad, you should be showing a little more concern here, because it seems like La Familia here has been a little bit overmatched by the Rascals.
Well, right now, I think what happened, La Familia wanted to come out here with, they know they need a victory, and they may have spent a little bit too much energy early on with the Rascals. They need to settle down and get back focused. Oh!
Wentz with a big-time running knee. Watch Wentz try to hang on here. Instead, he gets thrown off. Listen to this place.
Dueling chants for La Familia and the Rascals. With a big drop kick from Jonathan Vega.
Yeah, credit where credit's due there to Vega with that kick.
He knew he had to slow it down and get the pace back on their side. Now a tag to the freshman, Diego De La Cruz. Oh!
We're certainly having a lot of fun bantering back and forth here at ringside, but this is a show, Scott, that we've been looking forward to for quite some time, partnering up with Reality of Wrestling. Being here in Houston today, it's been nothing but a great opportunity for our stars and knockouts. Cover here by De La Cruz and a kick out.
interesting that both the Rascals and La Familia have opted to leave their other partners in the back and go 2-on-2.
Well, I think this is about pride tonight. It's about brand superiority, and I think that they don't want any outside distracting factors. I got to give it to La Familia too. Fresh tags, frequent tags and cutting the ring off in half. And Diego de la Cruz, big kick to the ribs.
Yeah, there certainly is a feeling in the air, a feeling of competition between the two brands, between the two sides, and between all the competitors.
It's about bragging rights. You don't want to go home empty-handed.
Floats over after the suplex, hooks the leg, and a kick out at 1. You have to wonder if the Rascals are thinking ahead to tomorrow night in Dallas, Texas, where they will challenge for the World Tag Team titles.
You got to think the longer this match goes, maybe the less chance the Rascals have in that triple threat match tomorrow. They don't want to risk injury or wearing themselves down.
Now, these are a couple of young kids, though, Brad. They can go.
Well, I have no doubt that they can go. They're showing it right now tonight. Oh, wow.
De La Cruz in control, goes for the cover, close to the ropes, hooks the outside leg, and Wentz was able to use his length to get to the bottom rope.
But again, another frequent tag in to Jonathan Vega, ring squarely cut in half. They're not able to get to Dez there to get the fresh tag.
Thank you for joining us live tonight on Twitch. Impact Wrestling and Reality of Wrestling Deep Impact. Use the hashtag Deep Impact. Talk to us on Twitter throughout the night.
You know, Josh, I gotta wonder as this match goes on, when you see Wentz taking this type of abuse over multiple minutes, do the Rascals start thinking maybe tomorrow night, can they call it audible? Will they call it audible and maybe go with Dez and Trey as the tag team?
I mean, it's a great point, but remember the match that they had on Impact where Trey was defeated, so can they change that if they want to?
That was a Rascals decision, not an Impact decision. I think they could still make a change if they opt to.
Especially with the North becoming champions, that match is completely changed. Here comes
Dez gets tagged in.
Ducks the line. This is backfired now on La Familia because as they were working over Wentz, Dez was able to conserve his energy.
Oh, wow! Right here in front of us.
That was impressive.
A lot of energy he has. I think he's trying to finish it right here.
Big smile from the master of the X19.
Oh!
I don't know if they should be tagging Wentz in.
That was a quick tag to a guy who had been in the ring for minutes on end. But it seems to be working right now for the Rascals. Impact's about to go 2-0 here tonight. And a near fall.
Wow.
Bit of a sloppy cover there by Wentz. May have cost him.
Brad almost jumped out of his seat.
I almost did. I thought that could have been it. 2-0. I can't do that.
Yeah, you're such a homer, Brad.
Oh! Hey, I root for all my hometown teams.
That's not what you were saying about your basketball team here in Houston earlier today.
Hey, I'm a big Rockets fan. All right. Now, Booker might not be a James Harden fan, but that doesn't mean I'm not. This does not
here looking to end this.
Oh boy.
Look
Oh
good.
boy. Look at this.
Oh!
Dez has no idea. Dez doesn't know what happened. He was waiting on Wentz. And La Familia are going to take advantage. Drops the elbow.
Can Diego get the cover, though?
Cover. Oh, and Wentz just dove through everybody to break it up at 2. That was impressive.
What moxie shown by Wentz there, fighting through to break up that pin.
I mean, he looked like he was down for the count over there on the outside.
I mean, Wentz was like a running back on the 1-yard line trying to punch it in, and that just broke up, I should say, the pinning opportunity.
All 4 men down. Got to think first to a vertical base gets the advantage.
We got a slugfest here, boys.
It's broken down between these two incredible teams.
Crowd split.
I can't sit too well with you, Brad, to hear these fans, your fans, chanting for the Rascals.
Well, that doesn't sit well with me, but that super kick from Diego de la Cruz does.
Watch out for Dez! Caught him! Picture perfect! The Rascals!
Oh, here we go!
Little thrown off! De La Cruz is the legal man. Vega takes out Wentz.
They've got Dez isolated alone.
Numbers game, La Familia. Oh! El Barrio buster right there.
Cover here, and we're all tied up. So it's all tied up here at Deep Impact. La Familia picks up the win here in match number 2. It's 1-1, so I guess the floor is yours, Brad, to brag a little bit.
Well, that's exactly what we needed to do. La Familia had one mission only. That was to tie it up and make it competitive here this evening. Now it's anybody's ball game as we go through the rest of Deep Impact.
1-1 right here tonight, live on Twitch at Deep Impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the Impact Wrestling calendar continues to fill up. We are certainly excited to get to Toronto on July 14th for an incredible night called Fall.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, install free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
Yes?
And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 240 pounds, Mysterious Q.
Brad, what can you tell us about Mysterious Q?
Mysterious Q, the franchise of Reality of Wrestling. He is a 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion, former Reality of Wrestling Texas champion, and television champion, making him the first Triple Crown winner in Reality of Wrestling history. He main evented our big show, Summer of Champions, 3 consecutive years, including recapturing the Reality Wrestling Championship against Fallah Bahh.
It is 1-1 right now. Jordan Grace was victorious in our first contest. La Familia got lucky against the Rascals. And we're all tied up heading into match number 3.
Yeah, Josh, I think that what we saw is La Familia showed that even a blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while. But now it's time to right the wrongs.
Oh, come on now.
Mysterious Q is in there with Moose. Oh, that was
Come on
beautiful.
now.
Come on.
I thought we were supposed to be a respectful game here tonight.
Moose was voted one of the dirtiest players in the NFL 4 years running.
That is the attitude of Moose. He's got a smile on his face. When you're 6'6", 299, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Hey, Mysterious Q's no small man himself, standing at 6'4", 245. He's been in there with big man before.
How do you fare against that big man, Brad?
I mean, Moose is a big guy. There's no doubt about that. But is he as agile as the Q?
Yes, he is. Here at deep arm drags. Moose back up. This time Moose puts on the brakes, says not so fast. Oh! Moose calls himself the best big man in the business. Scott, you'd be hard-pressed to disagree.
I don't disagree with him. Moose pretty happy with himself.
Moose needs to not take time to gloat and watch the Q. Look at that. Big Hurricanrana.
Moose nipped up.
He asked about agility, Brad. What do you think about that?
It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie, pretty good. But what do you think about that for the Mysterious Q? Picture perfect drop kick right on the chin.
Look at the brains of Moose sliding out to the floor to regroup. That's like a football player calling a timeout.
Now Moose is going to buy himself some time on the outside to think about this.
That'll be a veteran-like maneuver. You can tell this isn't Moose's first rodeo.
You know, Moose is only 5-year pro. Imagine what this guy's going to develop into in the next few years.
Absolutely great instincts, makes a great competitor.
So Moose will take his time here, figuring out what to do next against Mysterious Q.
Sorry, Josh. You know what I noticed there is Moose, when he decided to take his break, you notice he retreated right into the corner behind the pole so that Mysterious Q couldn't do any of that cutesy Lucha-style dives that the Row like to do. Very intelligent move by Moose.
Now Moose will get back into the ring.
He's taking his time.
Slowing the game down, Brad.
And that's what he's going to have to do. I mean, Mysterious Q, one of the most high-impact offenses we have here in Reality of Wrestling. That's why he's won so many championships. But he's also king of different styles.
Moose is going to have to do that tomorrow night, too, against Rob Van Dam. So there's sort of a preview of sorts of what's to come for Moose live on pay-per-view tomorrow night.
Rob Van Dam and Idol, the Mysterious Q. Of course, we know Rob Van Dam and Booker T, no strangers to each other, former tag team champions.
So do you get paid every time you say Booker's name?
I do. I do. I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
You know what Booker T, it's a nickel, though, every time he says it.
That's why it's got to say it so many times.
It's 5 times.
Oh! And Moose now talking trash. Mysterious Q off the ropes, able to hook the top rope there. Moose not able to avoid disaster. He flies to the outside again. Mysterious Q in hot pursuit.
Oh! Couldn't hide behind the pole that time. Mysterious Q charging up the World Gym Arena.
Scott, so one thing you said about Moose, sometimes he does get frustrated in matches.
He gets frustrated, he gets cocky, and Mysterious Q coming over the top rope with that big dive and landing on his feet, making it a very safe maneuver for himself.
You can see how well put together Mysterious Q is.
Is that Don Callis?
You know, the other thing too, Scott, is we could just take some of these talent with us if we really wanted to.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's definitely going to slow Q down.
Slip there. I mean, who's cleaning these canvases here for the rope?
I think Moose knew exactly what he was doing right there. And maybe that's the thing with the Impact guys. Maybe you'll just take whatever opportunities you can.
Yeah, they really do take whatever opportunities they can. Get Sami Callihan, Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, man.
Well, I alluded to it earlier, multiple times named one of the dirtiest players in the league, the NFL. Moose certainly not afraid to use a dirty trick here or there.
That's what Moose has in mind now. Readjusts.
Oh, wow.
Boy, he almost threw Mysterious Q right through the turnbuckles.
Do we know what the Q stands for?
That's why it's mysterious.
Gotcha. You know Moose is feeling confident when he can talk trash to the fans.
I just think that's a bad move, bad strategic move if you're going against the Mysterious Q. Can't take your eye off the ball. He can look to hit you with that Q cutter from any direction at any time out of nowhere. Oh, man. Nice chop by the big man.
Moose continues to wear down Mysterious Q. Scott, you think this is the year that Moose captures the World Championship?
Well, I think there's a pretty good chance. He's just been on a roll for the last year.
Mysterious Q!
Oh. Little sling blade right there. Q's starting to feel it.
Able to light up the chest of Moose with his chops and forearms. Moose looks for the game changer. Beautiful German.
A lot of energy to get that big man off his feet. It's Q lining him up.
Boom! Big time back elbow there. Off the ropes, and Moose closes the gap.
Almost knocked Q right out of the ring. It's a vintage Q here. Oh!
Caught Moose right in the back of the neck.
Perfectly executed.
Drags him into the center of the ring, hooks the outside leg, shoulders down, and a kick out at 2. Again, folks, it's 1-1. Impact Wrestling versus Reality of Wrestling here tonight at Deep Impact.
Talk about wasting time, Brad. What's Q doing?
He's just waiting for the perfect moment, trying to pick his perfect angle. He's going to go for his signature move, the F16.
Does he realize how big Moose is?
He's a big guy.
Oh! I mean, I get Mysterious Q looks like he has the power, but late in the game like this, I'm not sure that was the right move.
Yeah, Moose is in.
Oh!
An eye poke by Moose.
Moose off the ropes. Mysterious Q!
Turned him inside out. As Q look, there he goes for it now, the F16. He's got him up.
Moose in trouble. Wow! Spins Moose into the canvas and a kick out at 2. Way to go, Moose!
Set that shoulder up.
That is impressive. Not many men have kicked out of that F16. Moose is on a short list.
That's a great looking move from Mysterious Q. Has him up on the shoulders and kind of spins him down into like a blue thunder bomb of sorts.
And now he's calling for that Q cutter. This puts so many men down before. Waiting for the big man to get up.
I don't know why Q's waiting here.
Trying to get Moose to, here we go, looking for the cutter. That would be the Q cutter.
That's the Q cutter, but Moose seems to have had it scouted. And look at the power of Moose.
Moose can try to wrap him up now. Looking for the game changer. Oh!
Wow.
What a boot.
Moose now, look at that! Oh, into the cutter! He's gonna pin Moose! Mysterious Q's gonna pick up the win, and Moose kicks out at 2!
If you know his Q's from the time of first cheer and second reposition for the cover, and Brad, that may have cost him.
I think you're absolutely right, Scott. That momentary lapse of time right there could have got him the 3 count, and would have been up 2-1.
What's he doing now? Taking the wrist tape off.
Scott, if Q doesn't twist around there, does he pick up the win?
I think he might have there. Glad he did. But I sure think he might have been able to get the victory.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Moose throwing the referee away.
Those dirty tricks you talk about.
Oh, Moose was looking for the spear. Q got the knee up. Moose hangs him up over the top rope and now delivers.
Oh, wow.
The no check, hammer needed spear, put it on the board. Impact Wrestling regains the lead.
Here is your winner, Moose.
2-1 Impact Wrestling after that contest. We got plenty more to come. As I mentioned, the 12-man scramble for the television championship. That one is a little less about Impact versus Reality of Wrestling and more about, can somebody steal the championship from Braden Steen?
Yeah, actually, Aiden Cristiano, the current Reality of Wrestling television champion. Brendan Steen, actually the Reality of Wrestling Rising Star of the Year. It would be a big opportunity for him or any of the guys on our roster. You know, you have Will All Day Lockhart, and I think that you're right. It's not about Impact and Reality of Wrestling. It's about who walks out as the champion tonight.
Yeah, I think we'll get a start where it'll be 6 guys and 6 guys. They'll be lined up by the uniforms, but once they get into it, it's every man for himself for sure.
Do they not like this referee?
Well, you know, not many people like him. I mean, look at him. Look at his face.
12-man scramble again, folks, the rules. Everyone will get inside the ring. You're eliminated when you go over the top rope. Both feet touch the floor. And then when we get down to a one-on-one match, that's when it becomes a traditional pinfall or submission style affair. 2-1 Impact Wrestling.
Hey, Josh, I only got one of the Impact Tag title belts here. I'm thinking somebody from the rope probably stole the other one already.
Probably.
Look at this, a big face-off between Impact and Reality of
Oh,
Wrestling.
here we go.
Battle lines have been drawn here tonight. You have to think that happening in the locker room right now, it's become more and more of a tense situation. Madman Fulton, he's kind of taking charge here. Oh!
He's such a powerhouse.
You got to think he's got as big of a target on his back as a Reality Wrestling television champion.
Fulton's getting attacked from behind here by everybody. It looked like stars from Reality of Wrestling and Impact.
Can you think of a better place to attack Madman Fulton from than from behind?
Great point. Josh Alexander trying to seize control in the center of the ring.
Oh, Brian Keith with a rodeo DDT.
Nice move there by Brian Keith.
Oh, wow.
Is he wrestling in like a... what is that shirt? Is it cowboy?
Some Western wear. You know,
Western.
he is the Lone Ranger of the row.
The Lone Ranger.
That's right.
Willie Mack in the center of the ring.
Back.
Right there, slamming down the champion, Aiden Cristiano.
Oh! Watch Willie Mack right now. Cristiano has no idea what's coming.
Oh, wow, beautiful. And there's Brendan Steen, the Rising Star of the Year, Row Award winner.
How long has Brendan Steen been competing?
Brendan Steen has just been back at Reality Wrestling for about 1 calendar year.
He might be out again after that kick from Jake Christ. Scott, do you see the North working as a cohesive unit match like this?
Yeah, look at it right here. They're trying for a double up on an elimination.
I guess the real question, but what would, in some crazy universe, what happens if it comes down to both members of the North?
Oh, then they flip a coin. That's what Canadians do to decide disputes.
Sounds about right.
I mean, Brad, it probably will come down to 2 Impact stars.
Well, I don't see that happening. Maybe in a different universe.
Nice kick there by Keith.
Oh, there goes Brian Keith.
Well, Impact has the advantage already now.
Brian Keith has been eliminated. We're down to 11, still 6 Impact stars, now 5 from Reality of Wrestling.
If I'm the champion, Aiden Cristiano, I'm staying low, I'm staying out of the way.
And Ethan Page tries to hang
great
on.
block by Page there.
Scott, you think it'll come down to 6?
No, wait a minute.
Oh, boy,
Wait
the
a minute.
champion's been eliminated.
Why would Fulton eliminate Ethan Page? God, such an Ohio thing to do.
But Aiden Cristiano has just been eliminated. Aiden Cristiano, the champion here in reality wrestling. He's the current television champion. He's just been eliminated. We're guaranteed a new champ here tonight.
Yeah, Cristiano is out. Ethan Page is out. Brian Keith has been eliminated. I believe that's all the eliminations thus far.
Yeah, 9 men left.
Look at Fulton fighting off everybody.
Madman Fulton standing tall. And now I think this might be the only time where we see all the reality wrestling guys are working together.
Well, actually, the Impact Stars are letting them work together to try to eliminate Madman Fulton. Except for David J. Chris, they're in trouble in the corner. Madman Fulton's in a world of trouble.
Fulton might be out. He's teetering over the top.
Oh my!
He goes out.
Fulton is living.
Keep him away from me. Keep him away from me.
Sammy Callahan needs to control his monster.
Well, I gotta say, I'll give credit to Team The Row for ganging up and eliminating Madman Fulton, because there's no way one of them ever could have done it alone.
Hey, sometimes it's a team effort, and that's all that matters. But right now, members of Reality Wrestling and members of Impact Wrestling fighting one another.
So you've got Steen, Alexander, Lockhart, Willie Mack, David, Jake Christ, Cameron Cole, and Isaiah.
Oh, look at the educated feet of Jake Christ.
And wait, Isaiah coming back behind, and he eliminated him.
Jake Christ is out. Trying to keep count of who. We've got Dave Christ, and no, we don't have Dave Christ.
And he's out again. Another Impact star.
Oh, you still got Willie Mack in there, Josh Alexander from Impact Wrestling, Cameron Cole, Isaiah Steen, Will Lockhart from Reality of Wrestling.
Well, if I'm the road guys right now, I'm going to work to get the rest of the Impact folks out so we can make sure the Reality Wrestling Television Championship stays in Texas.
Yeah, I like just what we're seeing, which is the guys from Reality of Wrestling turning on each other.
Well, Isaiah and Brendan Steen double teaming Will All Day Lockhart. Willie Mack going to work on Cameron Cole.
It's going to take a lot to eliminate Willie Mack in a match like this. Josh Alexander is also going to be tough to get out of the ring.
Oh! Big super kick by Cameron Cole onto Brendan Steen, and then All Day Lockhart and Cameron Cole eliminate Isaiah.
Isaiah is out, courtesy of his brethren from Reality of Wrestling.
Still 3-2 in terms of Reality of Wrestling and Impact.
Well,
wait a
not
minute,
so fast.
Cameron Cole goes out.
All right, it's 2-2 now.
I like our chances. Josh Alexander, Willie Mack, Will Lockhart, and Brendan Steen.
Josh Alexander has the opportunity to win championships on back-to-back nights. Oh, wow, strange bedfellows. Oh! I was about to say, something didn't look right with Brendan Steen and All Day Lockhart teaming up.
So you'd have to say, instead of taking advantage of it now, Alexander and Mack are fighting each other.
They don't mind throwing fists, do they?
I don't think either of them ever mind throwing fists with anybody. That's the problem, Josh.
Watch out for Josh Alexander. Willie Mack able to counter. Big Willie Mack. Does he have enough left in the tank? Maybe it's All Day Willie Mack. Alexander picks the ankle.
Oh, wow, ankle lock in.
Deep ankle lock by Josh Alexander, the walking weapon. Willie rolls through.
Yeah, the ankle lock wasn't going to get Willie Mack over the top rope.
Big Willie!
Oh!
Exploder suplex. Brendan Steen got caught by Lockhart.
Now Lockhart and Willie Mack.
Will Lockhart, beautiful hurricanrana on Willie Mack.
Got a lot of elevation there. Brendan Steen, got to keep your head on a swivel in a match like this.
These two have had quite the rivalry on Reality Wrestling Television over the past several months.
And you can tell they don't like each other.
Oh,
Beautiful!
wow. Beautiful cutter right there.
Boy, Lockhart is impressive.
Willie's back up. Willie Mack! And Willie with a pounce. Now Lockhart didn't go over the top rope.
He's still got 2 feet on that apron right there. Willie Mack, though, might be trying to get...
Lockhart uses his athleticism, gets back in, and now Willie.
Can he do it?
Willie Mack! Willie Mack!
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Steen eliminating Lockhart.
It's down.
So now we get the referee in the ring, and we have a one-on-one contest.
Referee getting in the ring.
Ethan Page is back to cheer on Josh Alexander. Alexander's going to need a bigger suitcase to take home with him when this weekend's over.
Now, what a weekend it would be for Josh Alexander if he can win here tonight.
Think about this, Scott. Impact's going to go up 3-1, and Alexander is going to win the Texas Television Championship right here.
That would definitely be salt in the wounds, but Brendan Steen, one of the dirtiest competitors. You talked about Moose earlier. Brendan Steen will do absolutely whatever it takes to win, and I don't know, is he looking for a test of strength here? What is he going for?
Yeah, I think Brendan Steen's just out of his league here. He's in there with the walking weapon.
Think about what both these men have already been through. 10 other men in a scramble match.
Oh, look at the force behind that chop. Notice he doesn't use his hand, he uses full arm.
Big boot, though, by the professional Brendan Steen.
Oh!
Back off the second
the
rope.
cover.
Here we
Hooks
go.
the outside leg, shoulders down, and Alexander kicks out at 2. Again, folks, this is now a one-on-one match that you have to win by pinfall or submission. Oh! Josh Alexander loves violence, loves to go to war inside the ring. Steen ducks.
Josh, every night that Josh Alexander gets in the ring, it's a war.
Ooh. Tell that to LAX last night. After the North became tag team champions for the first time in their careers. And now you got Ethan Page just talking trash.
You got to think, though, brand superiority at this point in this match is probably gone out the window. Both these men aren't really thinking about reality wrestling or impact wrestling. They're thinking about being a champion at the end of this thing.
Alexander, reversal by Steen. Steen preps for a monkey flip, and Alexander, wow! Hard-nosed smash mouth offense.
Brendan Steen needs to get himself back in this contest. Always looking for that Russian leg sweep that he's put many people away with, but
Josh Alexander looks like he may be looking to hurt Steen.
he's stepping on those ankles. Probably going to look for an ankle lock submission hold to put the professional away. You see, he just stood on that ankle right there, applying more pressure and putting his full body weight on it.
Yeah, Josh Alexander, the master of Canadian strong style. He's not just a wrestling machine. This man is very cerebral.
Continues to keep Steen off of his feet.
Hey, Josh Alexander's the kind of guy I'd like to have here in reality of wrestling. Maybe he'll be like other Canadians. You know, you win the championship and then you leave and go to a different team.
Oh, that's very
Oh!
powerful. I like that.
Look at this! Steen goes for the cover, hooks the outside leg, shoulders down, and a kick out.
Boy, the face of Ethan Page says it all. Looks like he's having an anxiety attack out on the floor.
Brendan Steen!
Steen needs to go for a cover here. He does. He hooks the leg, and another kick out.
As great as Brendan Steen is, he's really going to have to bring it if he wants to beat Josh Alexander here and become the new reality of wrestling television champion. That would be the biggest moment in Brendan Steen's young career.
Steen climbing up top.
Looking for that headbutt.
Ethan Page. Steen takes down Page, but Alexander's right there. Josh Alexander winds him up.
Oh! That's it!
Gotta be it!
No!
Josh Alexander's gonna win this chair. Kick out at 2.
How the hell did Steen kick out from that?
Josh Alexander getting the face of our senior official, Isaac Bouillon here.
That was a little bit of a homer's count, if you ask me.
Josh is I think you're right.
I think y'all might be viewing this a little bit through rose-colored glasses. Isaac Bouillon calls it straight down the middle. Oh, wow, what a shot.
Alexander might have broken some bones in his hand there.
One thing you gotta be careful about when you strike that hard, you gotta watch those small bones in the hand.
This is rare from Josh Alexander. He has joined Brendan Steen up on the top rope Both men teetering. Now this is a dangerous situation for both of these men.
Absolutely. Brendan Steen trying to fight him off. Josh Alexander to the top rope.
Oh, shots. Shots after shots.
Oh boy.
Trying to get him.
Wait a minute.
Superplex.
Oh!
Pure strength from Josh Alexander. The walking rope. Look at this. Jackknife cover. Shoulders down. And Steen steals one.
Here is your winner and the new Reality of Wrestling Television Champion, Brendan Steen.
Lucky victory here for Brendan Steen against Josh Alexander.
Brendan Steen makes it 2-2, but really the bigger story here is we have a new champion here at the Reality of Wrestling. It's Brendan Steen.
Real story is that Josh Alexander wants to get his hands back on Brendan Steen.
Lots of headlines coming out of this match. Brendan Steen is the new television champion.
Hey, ref!
Josh Alexander's livid. And it's all tied up 2-2 here at Deep Impact.
An accident in the 21st century presents an entirely new set of challenges. From self-driving cars to failures in new safety technology, if you've been injured in a car accident, you need a 21st century lawyer. After all, you have to make your case here before you can win it here. Injured? Choose the smart lawyer. Call Walker Texas Lawyer now and download the Walker Texas Lawyer app.
Terrell Tempo, what can you tell us about it, Brad?
Terrell Tempo trained in San Antonio, Texas about 3 years ago. He made the pilgrimage down here to Reality of Wrestling. You see he's agile, quick on his feet. Former Reality of Wrestling television champion. Terrell Tempo also recently went one-on-one with Ryan Davison, had that shot at the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Always looking to set the pace and turn up the tempo.
He might have slipped on some of the slime that Sami Callihan leaves behind him in his wake.
That could very well be the case.
Terrell Tempo and Sami Callihan here in our fifth contest.
Tempo really likes to pander to the fans, doesn't he?
I think the fans love Terrell Tempo, and he just wants to acknowledge everybody who paid their hard-earned money to come see Impact versus Reality of Wrestling.
He must be a young competitor then.
Sammy's saying he's going to cause damage to this building.
Well, I don't know how that will go over with the five-time champ, but Terrell Tempo and Sami Callihan, you know, Scott, they say styles make fights, and I think this is definitely a clash of two completely different styles.
The funny thing about Sami Callihan is that if he wants to, he could be one of the best wrestlers on the planet.
Yeah, he'll tell you himself. He'll tell you he's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, although he almost never uses that technical skill.
He was responsible for the 2018 Moment of the Year. He was the 2018 Wrestler of the Year. Had the Match of the Year in 2018 against Pentagon Jr.
Tempo, though, one of our most well-rounded competitors here in Reality of Wrestling. Pure athlete, MMA background.
Looks to be very light on his feet.
Oh, and look at the power.
Scooping a slam by Tempo. What's he have in store here?
Watch this elevation right here.
Wow.
Oh!
And he lands on nothing, Brad.
Sammy comes
so
up
did Sammy. He wanted to match him. These two.
They look like they're trying to go move for move early on.
You spoke about Sami Callihan could be a great technical wrestler. Maybe he's looking to show it off tonight against one of the best we have here at Reality of Wrestling.
So, Brad, what are you guys going to do when you're down 3-2 at the end of this match?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, scores tied up. Reality of Wrestling retained our championship. We might have a new champion, but we retained our championship. And look at this, what a strange gesture from a man you described as vile and revolting and disgusting.
Sammy's offering up a handshake here.
That's nice.
Extending the olive branch.
Come on, Tempo.
I think his fingers might be crossed behind his back.
And Sami Callihan going to show you just what kind.
Oh,
my
wait a
gosh!
minute. He's biting him. He can't do that.
Oh! Sami Callihan can do whatever he wants.
The impact official needs to get control of there. Make sure the rules are well known. Terrell Tempo, beautiful. And now he's fired up.
I'll tell you what, Bradley, if you or your boss, Booker T, can get control of Sami Callihan, I think we'd be happy to pay you a little fee.
Well, you know what? I'll have to talk about it over with the boss. We'll see if Sami Callihan can get a win here over Terrell Tempo. Then we actually might be interested in that proposition.
Oh! Well, Tempo tried to go outside the ring with Sami Callihan. That's like going to war with a shark.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems with Sami Callihan is sometimes he doesn't even give a damn about
Oh, wait, right into the post. One of the support beams here at Reality Wrestling. Oh!
That's disgusting.
Yeah, y'all can keep this guy.
Sami Callihan, he's so proud of himself.
I don't think he likes you very much.
I don't even like being ringside when he's out here.
Terrell Tempo trying to get back into this match with Sami Callihan here on the outside. Inside the ring, Tempo's had the advantage, but out here, this is where Sami Callihan lives.
Oh, God. Thunderous chop, and the referee, was he up to a count of 5 here?
Callihan taking Tempo all the way around the ring, breaks up the count.
Very smart.
So now our referee has to restart from 1. And Callihan can do more damage on the outside. Tempo's able to reverse.
Tempo now throws Sami Callihan's face off that apron. And now off the stairs. That's one thing, I think Terrell Tempo's been pissed off a little bit.
Yeah, it's no secret that I'm not a member of the Sami Callihan fan club, but tonight, I'd actually like to see him get the win.
Right now, Terrell Tempo, after that shot to the stairs and a big European uppercut, he breaks up the count. These two are keeping it on the
Oh,
outside.
Callihan's got the eyes.
This isn't the first time that Sami's tried to take somebody's eye.
Nearly ended the life and career of Eddie Edwards, and that's not an exaggeration.
And Sami should be very careful, because if you look what happened with Eddie Edwards, he actually took a guy and turned him into a monster.
Well, Sami's probably thinking he never has to deal with Terrell Tempo again after tonight. Destroying the stairs at ringside. Callihan.
We'll make sure we send you a bill for those stairs. This is you, right, Scott?
Yeah, send it to attention Dixie Carter.
Well, look at these two now. Up on the stage.
Oh, you didn't think you were getting a Dixie Carter mention, did you, Josh?
Hold on now, though.
Sami Callihan.
Oh, God, what are they doing?
They go off the stage.
Terrell Tempo was able to stop right there at the very edge. Cut Sami Callihan off.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute, looking to suplex him. Reversal by Callihan. Reversal by Tempo.
Somebody's got to stop these guys.
This is getting dangerous.
Oh, man. A suplex.
And the referee has reached a 10 count.
10 count has been reached by the referee. Yeah, he told us it's a count out.
Double count out. So it stays at 2-2.
World Tour Arena still want to see some action. Sami Callihan charging at Terrell Tempo.
What a chaotic scene here, folks. We'll keep you updated on any situation that develops.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Trust the King with your castle. You'll be glad you did.
Now I know you can dig that.
There you have it, Houston.
And his opponent from San Marcos, Texas, the son of Texas, Reality Wrestling Texas champion, Moonshine.
All right, Brad, I've been hearing about Moonshine for a month now from everyone here in Texas and some people on the Impact roster. What is so special about this man?
He is intensity personified. When Moonshine Mantell made his debut here at Reality of Wrestling, he got a Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship shot in the very next match, and he took advantage of it. And at Reality of Wrestling's last stand, he captured that Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship from the one and only ruthless Ryan Davidson.
Well, I keep hearing the word reality out of your mouth, Bradley. And what we're about to see here for Moonshine is a reality check, because he's in there with one of the greatest all-around athletes in the world, in Michael Elgin, and Michael is laser focused on maiming people.
So right now the score is 2-2. Impact Wrestling tied up with Reality of Wrestling, or The Row as you guys like to be called. Our match number 5 was ruled a double count out. So this is our 6th match. Again, the score is still 2-2 as it's Moonshine versus Michael Elgin.
But you know, Josh, like the old saying goes, when you're on the road, ties a win, baby.
Do we credit? I mean, are we up?
I think so. That's how it works.
Yeah, so you're already preparing to not be able to get the upper hand on Reality.
Oh, I say we already have the upper hand there, Bradley.
Well, no, I mean, you said a tie is a win. I've never heard that one
Hey,
before.
Sammy Callahan went out there, brawled around the building, did what he usually does, causes chaos, disrupted the whole ship. Now let's see what happens here with your boy Moonshine and Unbreakable Michael Elgin. I gotta say, this match is certainly Haas versus Haas.
I don't think we're going to see a lot of catch can between these two.
At Dusty Rhodes would say, we got two big old boys.
Collar and elbow tie.
Oh wait, I heard somebody doesn't like Dusty impressions being done.
Elgin and Moonshine. Just draw a line between these two and let them go.
Absolutely. Moonshine has a slight height advantage, but everything else looks pretty much identical. Weight, reach.
What's the one football drill, Scott, where you just get the two guys right in the middle, right, and you circle them around with the rest of the team? I didn't play sports as a kid, but you probably did.
I went and played with the kickers, Josh.
Elgin is welcoming Moonshine to build up some speed as they crash in the center of the ring. Michael Elgin, no doubt about it, is sending a message to Brian Cage here tonight. Brian Cage was scheduled to be here. He was the main person on our promotional poster, and Michael Elgin made sure that Cage wasn't here tonight.
Michael Elgin obviously wants the spotlight to himself, and the spotlight's going to be on him tomorrow night, but right now, he and Moonshine Mantell trading huge shoulder blocks.
Scott, you spent many years in Japan. Is this the Japanese strong style that you would see so often over there?
Yeah, and Elgin is certainly a master of it from his time there with New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he beat the likes of Okada for the international championship. Beating Tanahashi, he's beating Okada. This man is a killer, and now he's here in Impact Wrestling, and he's got his sights on the World Championship.
Elgin closes the gap quickly. Moonshine does the same. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex in the center of the ring, shoulders down, doesn't hook the legs, and Elgin popped out at 2. Scott, Elgin's got to get to tomorrow night unscathed as well. He's got to win this match and then get to Dallas.
Yeah, and a smart guy, a wise guy might turn around here, tap out, let the guy pin him, do something, but that's just not in Michael Elgin's makeup. Even on the eve of the biggest match of his career, he's still going to give it 100%.
Great awareness there by Big Mike.
Oh! Great strength as well. Back suplex, falls into the cover, hooks the leg, and a quick kick out there by Moonshine, but you can see Moonshine wincing a little bit. He's in there getting punished right now by Big Mike.
When you look at Michael Elgin and you look at the muscle mass on him, he has some of the thickest, densest muscle on any human being.
We thank you for joining us here on this Saturday night, the eve of Slammiversary. Live tomorrow when we finish up here, we'll hit the road to Dallas, Texas.
Go. Oh, wow, look at that. I think the ring moved over 3 inches.
Brad, you haven't said Booker's name in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, really.
Hey, did I mention Booker T and I host a radio show on ESPN Radio called The Hall of Fame? You can check it out Monday through Wednesday, 97.5. That's a little plug there, right?
That was nice.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Brad's lips move and I hear Booker T's voice.
I used to have the same case.
Here we go, though. Moonshine.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Elgin trying to put away Moonshine here, who steps out of it, catches a big-time elbow from Big Mike.
Big Mike's definitely had the
advantage
on the big man. But now that's what we call country strong here in Texas City.
Boy, Moonshine can't take advantage of it, though. It's collapsed into the corner.
He's taking some punishment at the hands of Michael Elgin. Both men down here. Critical portion of this match.
He's trying to hype himself up. Moonshine pull himself back up to a vertical base. But Michael Elgin seems to be beating him to that punch.
Big Mike back up to his feet as he chases Moonshine into the corner. We're also following along with your comments in the Twitch stream chat here tonight.
Oh!
Is this the part where we ask where everybody's watching from?
We would love to know where everybody's watching from around the world. As Moonshine is looking to send Big Mike back to Toronto.
Oh, there we go! There we go!
Death Valley driver dropped him high on his neck. Did Moonshine to Elgin, who kicked out at 2.
Now, you notice Moonshine didn't get his body weight across Elgin. He was kind of to the one side, which allowed Elgin to pull up that left shoulder.
Well, it's been a hell of a match so far. Moonshine Mantell couldn't get the full lateral press there, but he's hyping himself up after that big Death Valley driver that he calls the distillery.
Birthday and Slammiversary, and Moonshine just carried the big man into the corner.
Oh! I'm sure Brian Cage somewhere watching this match doing a scouting report and hoping Moonshine continues these big shots to Michael Elgin.
Elgin puts a stop to that.
Moonshine though.
Oh!
Both men had the same idea.
Teetering now, screaming at each other. Elgin to a knee. Moonshine off the ropes. Big Mike catches him. Big Mike!
Oh, wow.
Rocked him.
What a right hand.
Big time throw from Big Michael Elgin. Drops Moonshine yet again.
Elgin looking for him. Oh, he's got him by the waist. Bang! Overhead German with a bridge.
Deadlift German bridge locked in, and Moonshine kicks out at 2. What's it going to take to win this match?
In a weird way, Josh, did Elgin attacking Cage last night actually maybe give Cage a little benefit? He gets the night off tonight, whereas Elgin is in this grueling match.
Michael Elgin waiting for Moonshine to get back up to his feet. Moonshine falling in the corner. Match is really taking a toll on both of these men.
Yeah, these two have just been killing each other.
It's all about bragging rights tonight. It's Impact versus reality of wrestling.
Get the big man up. Now Moonshine's turn.
Who's going to gain the advantage? This is a back and forth unlike anything we've ever seen.
Oh, wait a minute.
Elgin nearly had him. Moonshine connects.
What a show of strength by Moonshine.
Texas champion and Big Mike, both fatigued from the battle they've gone through here this evening. Stepped out of the way from Moonshine and a kick to the shoulder blades there.
Oh!
Moonshine doesn't have full use of those shoulders. It's going to be hard to get anybody up for that Alabama slam.
Michael Elgin, he can perform some incredible moves from up here. This is going to be
understand this, guys.
Superplex. Elgin over into the cover. And a near fall.
How did Moonshine kick out from that?
Moonshine digging deep in the heart of Texas, if you will, to kick out of that big superplex.
Elgin fired up somehow. Slam, excuse me. Elgin was able to hang on.
A great athleticism by Michael Elgin.
Oh!
Caught by Moonshine, spun him around, looking for that big clothesline. Oh, and he got it!
Boy, he turned Elgin inside out with that clothesline.
Can he get the advantage, though? Crawl over, make that pinfall.
He's so low on the body of Michael Elgin right now.
And notice how Elgin turned to his side to avoid being pinned.
Smart move by Michael Elgin.
Might just be instinct, Josh, at this point.
That's what I was going to say. That might be muscle memory for Michael Elgin. And wait, hold on here.
Meet the page.
What's the North doing out here?
Yeah. Watch Elgin here. I think he's got the belt in his hands.
Hey, get the North out of here. Wait a minute, he's got what?
What a great play.
Championship off the skull. Big Michael Elgin.
Come on now.
Into the cover.
Come on now, not this way.
Impact Wrestling has gone up 3-2.
That's some good old-fashioned Canadian brainstorming there. What a plan! See, you talk about teamwork. You talk about working together. Come on, Bradley.
Michael Elgin picks up the win here over Moonshine to have Impact Wrestling go up 3-2. And Scott, I'm very uncomfortable about the idea of Elgin running with the North.
Yeah, well, they came up together. The North credits Michael Elgin with them getting them started in their careers. And Elgin very happy with himself. You saw him pointing to his head, saying how smart he is. You know, Bradley, I think Michael Elgin could have beat Moonshine fair and square, but why?
But he didn't.
Why?
He did. You know, I really did think there's going to be a friendly competition, fair and square. Just let's see who the better brand is. But I see how Impact likes to play.
I understand that we've got
likes to win.
A camera in the Reality of Wrestling locker room right now to get their reaction to what just transpired. Let's take a look at this.
Hell yeah! They want to come at us like that? I said we're gonna bring it. We're gonna give everything we got. Whoa! Hold up! We're not gonna do it that way. We're gonna do it my way. And you know what I think? I think for far too long, everybody here at the Row hasn't got the credit that they deserve. World-traveled competitors. We can go with anybody. And tonight, we make the impact and we show them what reality of wrestling is all about.
Chanting for Impact Wrestling.
Well, here's the thing. Gino hasn't made any friends here in Reality of Wrestling. He's pretty much turned his back on everybody who's ever been aligned with him, the crowd included.
Sounds like he's like me and you, Josh.
I like him more and more.
Hey, so can we replace Bradley with this guy? Let's get Gino down here. He'll bring the vino. We'll get rid of Mr. Clean Cut here.
All right, it's 3-2 right now. This is our 7th match.
That's for Impact, Bradley, if you're having a hard time adding it up.
I see. You know, you ought to cheat, but I understand.
So if Impact wins here, we go up 4-2. Then the next match features Tessa Blanchard 5-2.
Yeah, which pretty much means it's a win.
Then you got LAX versus Fly Death
Probably
6-2.
6-2. Well, you know what,
and then
though?
Rich Swann versus Ryan at 7-2.
Well, I don't see that math working out that way, but let's talk about that main event. Winner take all. X Division champion versus Reality of Wrestling champion. Even if the math ends up for some reason in y'all's favor going into that match, I like the Bear from Bel Air's chances of capturing that X Division championship and being double belted walking out of Deep Impact.
Well,
You're
Scott,
delusional, but that's cool.
So Gino and Eddie Edwards in the early process of this one-on-one match.
Gino told the referee to make sure you check him for any weapons. He does look like the guy who might be packing.
Eddie Edwards will be involved in a first blood match tomorrow night at Slammiversary against Killer Cross. Only way to win that match, make your opponent bleed. I thanked you guys for being our largest audience a few minutes ago, but it's grown even more. So hope everyone's enjoying your Saturday night here live on Twitch. Sweep of the leg, another quick kick out. And this is what you see from Eddie Edwards. Yes, he's a lunatic. Yes, tomorrow night, it's the lunatic versus the psycho. But when Eddie Edwards wants to be, same as Sami Callihan, the wrestling level that these guys possess is insane.
Nothing to add to that, Bradley?
I'm just looking right now at Gino because Gino is a second-generation competitor, like I said before, and there's something about these guys who are second or third generation. It's in their DNA. They understand the game better than anybody else.
Cool, so you think Tessa's going to win the next match then?
Tessa's a great competitor. I'm not taking anything away from Tessa Blanchard. But when you have people in there like Ha-Yun, who just came back from a tour of Japan, who learned a lot, and you have the current Diamonds Division champion, AQA, that is no small task for anybody.
Yeah, just remember, Bradley, sometimes there's second-generation superstars, third-generation superstars like Tessa Blanchard, and sometimes there's second- and third-generation superstars like Eric Watts and Barry O.
Well, here we go. Oh!
Atomic drop there. Inverted style by Eddie Edwards. Off the other side, baseball slide by Eddie. Look at that!
Oh, wow!
Beautiful. Look at the pop of the hips there on Edwards.
Well, Gino might be young. He might be the youngest champion in reality wrestling history. Going to the outside, trying to catch his breath is a smart move.
No, not when you're in the ring with Eddie Edwards. He's so ridiculously good.
Oh, look at that, though. Outsmarted Eddie Edwards.
That was impressive for sure.
Both men on the outside now. And again, in all seriousness, for reality of wrestling, you can't have any more matches really go down as a match that gets thrown out or a draw.
You're absolutely right, Josh. Gino needs to get this match back in the ring. We need a clean win in the center of the squared circle. The referee's already up to a count of 5. Gino goes in, breaks up the count. Now it looks like, I hope that we don't see a redo of Sami Callihan and Terrell Tempo from earlier this evening.
Watch out for Eddie!
Oh!
Eddie is very proud of himself.
I even popped you with that one.
That was good. That was good. Eddie Edwards, though, should stay on top of Gino, continue the assault instead of let Gino sit there and recover.
Brad, the guys won the World Championship. He went to Pro Wrestling Noah and won their World Championship. I don't think he needs to listen to you on what he needs to do with his strategy.
The other thing, Brad, if you were listening, Josh very eloquently pointed out that a draw, a count out, a double count out, anything at this point is a win for Impact because your team is running out of time.
Hey, it's only by one. We're only one down, and all we need is one to get back in this thing. And now the match is getting back in the ring, and this is where Gino shines. Like I said, the youngest reality wrestling champion in history, won that championship at just the age of 19 years old. What were you doing at 19, Scott?
19, I believe it was already wrestling with
it's a great story.
WCW.
Oh, there we go.
In a locker room with your idol there, Booker T.
It's a great story. I'm glad I asked.
You didn't even let me finish it. What are you doing at 19, kid?
This.
Gino hard into the buckle. Here comes Eddie Edwards. Gino's able to sidestep.
Look at that. Wow.
Nice.
Version of a famouser.
I don't know why the fans here don't like Gino. If he wasn't playing for the road team, I would say I kind of like the guy.
Seems to have a lot of attitude. I think he'd fit in well in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, you know, might grab a contract out of the bag, sign him up. Bradley doesn't seem to have any respect for him, so maybe we'll take him.
Look, I don't have respect for the way the man carries himself, but he is a phenomenal professional wrestler. At the end of the day, that's what's on the marquee. On the marquee is wrestler. It's not how to be a good guy.
Yeah, but yet you were crying a little while ago when Michael Elgin won.
Well, Michael Elgin won by cheating. Gino doesn't cheat. He's just not a nice guy.
Michael Elgin
Bad
took
attitude.
advantage of a situation. An assist from the north, and Gino comes flying back into the ring. Eddie gets his foot over the bottom rope. Gino there looking a little bit like the late, great Eddie Guerrero the way he flung into the ring there.
Yeah, and then I love how he went for the cover. He had his body weight across, used that right forearm to push down on Eddie's right shoulder. But Eddie, credit where credit is due, smartly getting that foot on the rope.
Absolutely great ring awareness by Eddie Edwards. Gino now taking this into the center of the ring. You talk about shades of Eddie Guerrero, Gino, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. just main evented the show here with Reality of Wrestling at the Houston Dynamo, our MLS franchise in Houston. Came up victorious against the legend Chavo Guerrero.
You and Booker got your hands into the MLS franchise too?
You know what? We do a little bit of everything around here.
I kind of respect that.
Oh, the buckle there by
We'll see who's going to be laughing at the end of the night. As Eddie Edwards, though, bringing the offense to Gino. Gino reversal.
And he's able to hang on to the top rope there. Gino sent to the floor. Watch out for Eddie with a dive.
Oh my goodness.
Into the barrier.
One thing about Eddie Edwards is he doesn't have any regard for his own personal safety.
Nope. Imagine what's going to happen tomorrow night. Now, Scott, the one thing that Eddie has to watch for is that he doesn't get busted open in this match, because let's say his forehead or something gets cut open, that's susceptible to getting busted open tomorrow by Killer Cross.
A very good point, Josh. God, you're on a roll tonight. But Eddie, I don't think he really cares. Eddie's the type of guy, if he's got to kill himself to kill you, he's willing to do that. And that's what makes him extremely dangerous. And that's what Kevin Cross is going to have to worry about.
Yeah, it's the depths that Eddie's willing to sink to.
Big boot, though, there by Gino. Gino trying to get up to the top rope, trying to block that Shining Wizard.
Watch out for Eddie now. Backpack stunner coming. He connects.
Oh,
he falls
man.
into the cover. He does. Shoulders down. Gino in trouble to kick out at 2. I can't wait for Impact to go up 4-2.
Don't get ahead of yourself there, Josh. Gino still has much more to show in this match, and he is not down yet.
Tries to hang on to Eddie, has him now. Beautiful! Kick right to the back of the head. Shoulders down. Outside leg is hooked, and Eddie escapes it too.
Yeah, it looked like Gino didn't get all of that. Maybe if he did, it would have been a 3 count there for the former Reality Wrestling champion, but Eddie Edwards got the shoulder up at the last possible second. Gino, though, got him up on the shoulders. Oh!
The thing I like about Gino is he's not giving Eddie room to breathe.
Oh! Look at that. I think we saw a tooth fly out. Oh!
Perpetual motion.
Cover. Shoulders down, outside leg is hooked, and Eddie's able to pop free at 2.
Bit of a slow count there, I think, from the Impact official there, but you know, it is what it is.
Cry a lot. Gino looking a little frustrated. I gotta wonder, Josh, did Eddie Edwards come in here maybe a little bit overconfident? Former World's Champion, former Global Honor Crown Champion. Did he come in here and think, oh, this is an easy night for me on the eve of having to face Killer Cross?
Most likely, I think that's what we're seeing here. Looked like Gino was going for a little eat defeat.
Well, if Eddie Edwards underestimated Gino, that is where his first mistake was.
Eddie!
Gino! Oh, whoa!
Tiger driver coming! Connects!
Oh,
Shoulders
come on,
down.
Gino.
Gotta be it!
Got him in a kick out at 2.
Gino's got a lot of fight in him, a lot of heart in him. It's the reason why he's climbed to the top of Reality Wrestling on 3 separate occasions. That was a beautiful tiger bomb by Eddie Edwards, but it wasn't enough to take down Gino. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what can.
And listen to the Rose crowd here chanting Eddie Edwards' name. Love it.
Oh! Eddie popped out.
Oh! Another big super kick, followed up by a chop from Eddie Edwards.
Boy, Eddie has heavy hands.
Gino looking for that. There he goes. That's a scarlet letter. That's what's won him a couple championships.
Oh, Shining Wizard. Go for the cover, Eddie.
Eddie Edwards connected. That was the move that won him the World Championship.
Exchange of the big maneuvers from both of these men. Gino trying to roll to the edge here. Eddie Edwards does the same.
Boy, Eddie really missed an opportunity there to get the win.
Well, I think that scarlet letter that Gino hit on him took a lot out of Eddie Edwards. Now that both these men right here on the side of the apron. Can't win a match on that side. Oh, wow.
What a battle by these two men.
Oh!
Oh, God. Step up kick there by Eddie.
Well, here we go.
Gino back inside the ring.
Gino, oh! Gino's looking for a little reversal right there. Now Gino.
Here's the official.
And there it is. There it is. There's a scarlet letter. If he can get a pinfall, this might be it. And it is.
It's going to be high on back. Whatever Gino did to Eddie Edwards and the official, and Gino steals one from Eddie Edwards here.
Steals one.
Even it up at 3-3.
Yeah, let's hear
That was a nice
let's hear from you, Mr. Fair Play, Mr. Go by the rules.
I didn't see
If
anything.
you don't give up,
I was looking down at my notes. I didn't see anything, but Gino.
you know, at least I'm honest about the fact I'm a scumbag. You can own it at least. You got your $50 haircut. You got your cheap imitation designer suit. At least admit it. I'll say it. Gino, great win. You cheated. Good for you. This guy's a total homer.
Well, you know what?
Somebody signed Gino.
Wait, here's the thing. Last I checked, y'all said Eddie Edwards was first Triple Crown champion in Impact Wrestling history. Well, yeah, Gino just beat him. Now let's see what else y'all got. I believe
Hey,
he just tied up.
he just snubbed you too.
The recklessness of another person can change your life in an instant, and the impact of these decisions can last a lifetime. If you or a loved one have been injured in an automobile crash as the result of someone else's negligence, who will be looking out for you? Walker, Texas Lawyer. Call him now at 713-552-1117 and visit the website walkertexaslawyer.com.
So, Brad, the Diamonds Division Champion, AQA. Tell us about her.
AQA beat Kylie Ray for that Diamonds Division Championship last year at the Summer of Champions, and then she won it back against Ha Yun, who's also in this match a little bit earlier this year before Ha Yun went over to Japan.
Well, speaking of Ha Yun,
just got back from a 14-hour plane trip from Beijing, touched down at Bush Intercontinental and drove right over to the World Gym Arena to be a part of Deep Impact. A woman who's held that Diamonds Championship before would love to hold it again. She'd also love to be Knockouts champion because there are some championship implications here.
Yeah,
this
we'll
fatal
get into those,
four-way.
we'll get into those details in just a second as we await the arrival of the knockouts from Impact Wrestling.
She is the bloody undead bride, Sue Young.
Tomorrow night at Slammiversary, Sue Young and Jessica Havoc will be a part of the four-way monster. Well, wait a second here. There has been a little bit of tension, Scott, between Sue Young and Havoc. Father James Mitchell's not here. He's planning for tomorrow's Monster Ball. Sue just sent Havoc to the back.
Maybe the best thing, because I don't think those two are going to get along for very long.
Especially tomorrow night when only one can leave as Knockouts champion. Sue Young, the Undead Bride. She is as dangerous and violent as anyone you will ever come across.
Yeah, this is Sue Young. This isn't her first time here at the World Gym Arena. She's been here a few times before and almost leaves it a little bit worse for wear.
Red mist into the air from Sue Young. And now we wait for the fourth and final competitor in this match.
Sue Young has a crush.
Really?
Seems like just your type.
Tessa Blanchard, former Knockouts champion. Tomorrow night, she makes history when she goes one-on-one with Sami Callihan at Slammiversary in Dallas. Can she beat Sami Callihan? Last night at Bash at the Brewery, Tessa teamed with Willie Mack and Rich Swann, and they were able to defeat OVE, David J. Kristen, Madman Fulton. She truly is undeniable, and there's only one, Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard, I think, can beat anybody in this sport, male or female, because she is a third-generation athlete. She's as talented as they come, and she is a savant at wrestling. Any piece of knowledge that's thrown her way, she absorbs it and improves from it. She truly is one of the greatest athletes. She's a once-in-a-generation type of competitor.
No doubt about it. Brad mentioned that there are some championship implications in this particular match. If one of the stars from Reality of Wrestling pins one of the knockouts from Impact, well, they will find themselves in line for a future championship opportunity, and vice versa for if a knockout pins one of the Reality of Wrestling Diamond female competitors.
Absolutely. And there's our current Diamonds champion going one-on-one with Tessa Blanchard, AQA.
AQA, she looks very athletic.
She definitely is. Oh, wait, hold on, though.
When you're in the ring with someone like Tessa Blanchard, I feel that a lot of competitors, Scott, especially young in their careers, and we've seen this, they seem to get a little nervous when you're in there with Tessa, and they make mistakes.
Well, yeah, Tessa brings so much pressure because you know there's additional eyeballs on any match she's in.
Body scissors in the center of the ring.
There we go, pin. This could be all right here.
Down and a kick out.
What a big win that would have been right there early on from Reality Wrestling. Wow.
Again, it's 3-3 between Impact Wrestling and Reality of Wrestling. Watch Sue crawl inside out here. Bam.
Oh, wow.
Head first into that buckle.
AQA might be a couple inches shorter after that. Here comes Hayan.
Ayan, the Renaissance woman here in Reality Wrestling, master of all styles. Just went over to Japan, spent 3.5 months.
Nice side rush on Lake Sweep. Doesn't go for the cover on Sue.
And she and Sue Young have had a match here at Reality Wrestling before.
Northern.
Brutal.
Shoulders down. Sue popped free at 2. This is one fall to a finish, folks.
Oh, now Hayan, great move right there, knocking Tessa Blanchard off as she continues the assault on Sue Young.
Sue goes head first into the middle buckle and then catches a little boot right to the face.
All of these women have brought their A game tonight.
Hayan has noticed Tessa Blanchard out here.
Oh, and a dive!
Took her head off.
A dive from the
low pay.
former Diamonds champion Hayan wants to become a future Knockouts champion and is sent on by Sue Young.
That leaves one left, and she's climbing to the top rope. AQA is up top. Look at this!
Oh, look at that!
Shooting star press!
Shooting star press to the outside, and AQA stands tall on her home court. AQA looking to win this match right here against Tessa Blanchard. 1, 2.
Shoulders down and a kick out. Sue was going to break it up as well before AQA was going to get to 3. A picture-perfect shooting star press, but the match continues. Panic switch coming from Sue. Hyun stops that. Oh! Back suplex there with a bit of a twist. Jackknife cover by AQA. Hyun.
Oh, wait a minute. Hyun breaks it up, and I was just about to say, I wonder if these ladies are going to work together as a team, but doesn't look like it's going to be that way. Last time Hyun and AQA met in a reality wrestling ring, one of them went to the hospital. Now here comes Tessa Blanchard. She does not look too happy.
Yeah, Tessa's angry now.
This is where she's dangerous. AQA goes all the way over. Sue's waiting for her. Catches her.
Oh!
Catches Tessa.
There's a Geary right there. Blocks the strike by Su Yung.
Kick to the side of the head there.
Didn't get it all, but it was enough to knock Su Yung off her feet, Scott.
Action's been fast and furious here in this 4-way matchup. Championship implications also. It's 3-3. Oh, and
my
AQA,
Lord.
a nasty spilled onto the floor.
Well, your team really works well together.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a big flying knee on the Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, and a kick out.
It's going to take more than that to hold down Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard, though, as great as she is, she's taken a lot of offense already, taken a lot of damage. That flying shooting star and then that flying knee.
Now, the problem with all the other female competitors right now in the world, they are competing in the diamond era, and that's the era of Tessa Blanchard. It's like Charles Barkley never winning an NBA championship because he played in Michael Jordan's era.
Here they go, both these ladies up top.
Tessa firing away at the small of the back, trying to turn things back in her favor.
Big forearms by Tessa.
Oh! Tessa Blanchard up top. Will we see Magnum here in Houston, Texas? Magnum!
Oh, wow!
Goodbye.
What a beautiful
4-3.
move!
It's over. Impact
Oh,
Wrestling
my goodness.
picks up the win. That's Magnum, folks.
Here is your winner, Tessa Blanchard.
Scott, if she does it tomorrow night, she's going to beat Sami Callihan.
Sami Callihan, as impressive as he is, has his hands full. Because like you said, Josh, it's the Diamond era, and Tessa has served notice, not just on females, but every male competitor out there as well.
She hasn't even lost her breath. She's singing her theme song after she picks up the win, and now a standoff here. Well, what Tessa did by winning this match not only puts Impact 4-3, but it means that Reality of Wrestling is lucky enough that Tessa Blanchard will come back.
Well, I got to say, that was an impressive win by Tessa Blanchard. And for Hyun to be defeated by a move like Magnum, I can't even be mad at it. Tessa Blanchard came into the Road Nation, came in the World Gym Arena and amazed, but AQA is no small task. And she's going to keep a tight grip on that championship.
There is very few competitors in this world in any sport that are as complete as Tessa Blanchard. And keep in mind, she's 23 years old.
4-3 right now in favor of Impact Wrestling as we get closer to the end of Deep Impact and closer to the start of Slammiversary. Here we go, folks. Just a couple of matches remain with Impact Wrestling up 4-3 over Reality of Wrestling. This one is almost a must-win for you guys, Brad.
You know, Brad, Josh was being kind and saying it's almost a must-win. This is must-win for you. You lose this match, it's over, done. Cancel the main event. We're leaving, no winner.
Well, if there's anybody I want to put that on, that is the tag team champions here in Reality Wrestling, Fly Death. They are the most impressive tag team in the history of reality of wrestling. Coming up under the expert tutelage of, wait for it, Booker T, who was a Hall of Famer. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but also he went in the Hall of Fame this year for the Harlem Heat, one of the greatest tag teams in history, so he has a lot of knowledge to bestow on Fly Death.
Speaking of one of the greatest tag teams in history, I do want to know, Brad, about Fly Death, but first let me tell you a little something about LAX. Santana and Ortiz, no longer the World Tag Team Champions. They were, and I'm calling it upset, defeated last night at Bash at the Brewery by the North. Santana and Ortiz, 4-time Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, longest reigning Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions in company history. And Santana just...
He stole my phone!
He should have kept it. He should have kept it.
Santana and Ortiz, they are LAX. They love to have a good time, but they certainly love to win a whole lot more. They put Impact up 5-3 here. Like Scott said, we don't need to have a main event. We can go home. We can go down to Dallas. Maybe we'll make last call.
Yeah, and you talk about how comfortable and how good you feel with Fly Death in this situation. This is a tag team wrestling match, and when you talk about tag team wrestling for the last 2 to 3 years, there is nobody in the world that's done it better than LAX. These guys are as good gets, and they're in here flying the Impact flag. And Bradley, I think you guys are...
I think the LAX is a phenomenal tag team. I'm not going to diss them at all. They are 100% as real as it can possibly get. And that's why when Fly Death gets the win here, ties up the series again, it's going to make that victory all that much more sweet for the reality of wrestling.
I like your confidence. It sounds good, and I mean, it's good little moxie for you. And I'll tell you, Bradley, coming here, Fly Death is one of the teams, one of the two of the competitors I've heard so much about. I was excited to see them in person because these guys are starting to build a hell of a buzz. And they're going to have an opportunity to show if they're for real, because they're in there with the realest of the real in LAX.
Absolutely. Well, Big Zach Mason starts off things for Fly Death. Warren Johnson sitting there, his tag team partner on the apron, as these two tie up in the middle of the ring.
Santana getting the start for LAX. You know, Scott, these guys are looking to prove something, sort of a bounce-back game from what happened last night.
Yeah, Josh, and I got to ask you a question. It's got to be asked. As we see Fly Death looking good. Now, is that Johnson in the ring?
That is Zach Mason.
That's Mason in the ring. Josh, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask the question. Did LAX lose because Conan wasn't there last night?
Yeah, and I think I knew you were going to go there, and I think the answer is simple. I think the answer is yes. The last time that LAX went on a losing streak, it was when Conan was assaulted and taken out for several months, shoulders down here in the center of the ring, and Santana pops free. Without their coach, without Bill Belichick, without that presence of Conan at ringside, LAX are not the same team.
Yeah, and LAX looking for a bounce-back game. They're getting rattled here by Fly Death.
And there's Warren Johnson with a big lariat to Santana. Here comes another cover.
Warren Johnson with the cover and a kick out by Santana. He needs to make a tag to Ortiz. Sort of get a quick reset in this match, if at all possible. Again, it is Impact Wrestling 4, Reality of Wrestling 3. If we win this match, there is no more reason to keep score, but we will, of course, still have our main event.
Well, sure, because Rich Swan's got to win the title here, taking out of Texas.
Oh!
We'll see about that. As Zach Mason goes to the ground over there.
Santana and Ortiz working so well together. Look at LAX just flow. Shoulders down. Nope, they don't go for a cover. Instead, Ortiz is going to take advantage. They'll bend the rules, won't they, LAX? Stretch that count inside the ring.
That's not the only rules they'll bend or break.
Shoulders down here of Johnson, who kicks out at 2.
Coming off a big loss like that, losing your championship, sometimes it rocks your confidence. We've seen it before, even in the UFC, when you have professional fighters like Francis Ngannou coming up short in a championship situation. He's gun shy in his next fight. Will that happen with LAX? We're going to find out.
Brad, let me ask you a question. Are they called Fly Death or LAX Light?
Yeah, that's very funny. They are Fly Death, and they are the current 2-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Ortiz rolls
tag
through.
there.
Oh, what a clothesline by Mason.
Yeah, I don't think that Ortiz noticed that tag.
Well, these two work so swiftly together, training together, working the road together 24/7. They are not related by blood, but they are related by their bond as a team.
And Santana breaks it up. We saw so many back rakes last night, Scott, in that match for the tag team championships by LAX. A different game plan for LAX last night.
And it didn't work.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one of those things, sometimes you got a game plan that works, you want to try to change it up, and it's not as successful.
And here goes big Zach Mason launching Warren Johnson.
Ortiz counters. Fly Def trying to keep each other at bay. Beautiful! Power slam in the center of the ring, and Johnson was able to kick out.
And Josh, I gotta wonder, would that game plan have been changed last night if Conan was there?
No.
There in their corner, he would have probably said, get back to what works for you guys.
Yeah, and it's such a shame that Conan was busy, making plans for LAX. Their championship defense tomorrow night. Now it's a triple. They have a chance to right the wrong tomorrow night when they face the Rascals.
But they got to try to get some momentum here tonight, Josh, and they're doing it without Conan in their corner. This is a big test for LAX.
The result be the same as the night prior without Conan in their corner. Will Fly Def get the victory over LAX? That can't do too well for their confidence going into Slammiversary.
No, absolutely not. But I mean, Santana looking confident right now.
No doubt about it. He's got Warren Johnson up and down, goes for the cover here, doesn't hook a leg as he takes a look at what Mason was doing on the apron.
One thing about LAX, something that they almost never lack is confidence. If anything, Josh, I think sometimes they have a little bit too much swagger.
Oh, they have swagger in spades, don't they?
Now the double team on Warren Johnson. Not letting Zach Mason get in.
Johnson lands on his feet.
Oh, wow.
This is not boding well for LAX right now. Ortiz is trying to keep Johnson from tagging Mason in.
And there's a leapfrog and a tag into Big Zach Mason.
Big man coming in.
Mason's got a lot of power, big legs. Santana goes low.
A lot of people, when it comes to Fly Def, make the comparison to Harlem Heat. Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Oh, God.
And right now, the powerhouse of Zach Mason taking it to both of the former Impact Tag Team champions. And look at that.
Blue Thunder, rolling, spinning, shoulders down. Santana dives in and breaks that pinfall up in two.
Notice how good LAX is at getting in there and breaking up those pinfalls.
They do not want to lose again here tonight. It'll start to affect their mind games heading into Sunday. Scott, we talk so much about humming at the right time.
Look at that.
Heading into a huge match, and it couldn't be any worse for LAX. It's a Texas nightmare.
Great double team move right here. Oh! That could be all.
Power bomb, no pin. Now
what a mistake.
Yeah, huge miscommunication there.
I agree with you there. That was bad timing, bad communication there by the Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions. But now they're looking for that finishing move that only they can do. LAX is no longer.
Santana just threw. He was frustrated, and he just threw Johnson off the top rope there.
Well, frustration is not going to be a key to victory against Fly Def.
You don't know Santana very well.
Zach Mason fired up looking for that double lariat. Swing and a miss. Whoa.
And a little topsy-turvy here. They're in the rope. Santana may take the head off of Mason.
Johnson in to break that up. You see the speed Johnson had coming all the way from the other side of the floor to get in there and break that up.
Absolutely, almost going coast to coast there. As all four men are down, LAX a little out of place here, out of sorts.
Everyone is in the ring right now. The official trying to keep some order. Ortiz and Warren Johnson trading shots in the center of the ring. Ortiz up first. Oh, there we go. Turned it into a beautiful stunner.
Great move there by Warren Johnson. Warren going to get sent.
Santana's got him up. Plants him.
Impressive.
Now Warren Johnson going to try to take it to Santana.
Clothesline, puts on the brakes, and down goes our referee. officials down. It's bedlam right now. Santana looking to put away Warren Johnson.
Santana moved out of the way. Warren Johnson inadvertently takes out the Impact official.
I think he did
and there
that on
goes.
purpose.
Oh, Santana to the floor.
Here comes Warren Johnson looking to fly.
Line, death.
Oh!
Santana down. Santana's down. It looks like Ortiz is there inside the ring.
Wait. Some sort of disturbance is taking place here. Ortiz is trying to get back to his feet. Ortiz off the rope. And then
Wait a minute.
who that? Is that Moonshine?
That's Moonshine.
How's he doing?
That's Moonshine Mantel. Maybe he decided to pay y'all back for the way that things went down in this match of Michael Elgin. And there it is, the fly death. Come on, ref. And it's tied up.
That's despicable.
And then look at that, gentlemen. Look at that. LAX Light, I don't think so. Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champion standing tall, evening up the odds.
The only thing really impressive in that was the chair.
Yeah, Moonshine picks up the win here against LAX.
So y'all give it, but y'all can't take it, Scott, huh?
It's now 4-4. One of our matches was a double countout. As we head into our final match here tonight, our main event, and we understand that right now Rich Swann is getting ready for our main event in the locker room area. Let's get an inside look at what's happening with Rich Swann.
What's up? What's up?
You lost.
We didn't get it done, dog. Y'all ain't get it done. Look. I'm sorry, man, but you're our
Forgive
last chance, dog.
Well, first off, you forgive us?
I forgive y'all. Y'all the
Okay.
rascals, dog.
Okay. Hey,
You're our last chance, dog. Y'all just gotta invite me in the circle. Y'all just gotta invite me in the circle. After I go out there and get us back on track.
We can't lose to Ortiz, dog. Can you dig it?
We about to be out there, and I'm gonna show everybody the world reality of wrestling, what Impact is all about.
Now it's time for our main event. We're all tied up. It's Impact Wrestling 4, Reality of Wrestling 4. It's champion versus champion, winner take all, bragging rights on the line. And here comes the X Division champion. Rich Swann moments ago guiding a pep talk from the Rascals. As Rich knows what's at stake here tonight, bragging rights against Reality of Wrestling. Scott, we need this one to win by 4.
Yeah, and I mean, who can you send out better than Rich Swann to get it done? This guy is the reigning X Division champion of the world.
There's only one, Rich Swann. He's charismatic. He's the X Division champion. And he's all set for our main event here tonight. Deep Impact, what a night here in Houston, Texas. All right, Bradley, what can you tell us about Mr. Davidson?
Well, the Bear from Bel Air, the final boss here in Reality of Wrestling, the first man to be the Grand Slam champion here in the Reality of Wrestling. That's winning the television championship, the Texas championship, the tag team championships. And if you don't notice the belt around his waist right now, that is the Reality of Wrestling championship. He is one of the most well-rounded athletes we have ever seen at Reality of Wrestling. Tonight, he looks to become X Division champion as well.
Well, I would say that he's a little big to be X Division champion, but as the saying goes, it's not about weight limits, it's no limits.
Absolutely.
As Samoa Joe taught us years ago.
And how apropos, Ryan Davidson won that Reality of Wrestling Championship at our last pay-per-view, Reality of Wrestling No Limits, in that No Limits Battle Royal match.
So again, folks, 5-4. Excuse me, 4-4. Once we win this, it'll be 5-4.
Right.
We're all tied up. Ahead of myself here in our main event.
Wow, everything goes right now, winner take all. Not only do you take home both championships, you win the Battle of the Brands. I got to tell you this, Rich Swann is impressive. He's one of the most impressive competitors I've ever seen in any brand around the world.
Swann thrown hard into the buckle from Ryan Davidson. I guess the final boss, that's kind of like a video game reference. You make it to the final boss.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the Mario boss?
Bowser.
Bowser. He's like Bowser.
He's like Bowser, except a little bit more vicious and mean, and actually a real person. And the thing about Ryan Davidson is that he can go with any kind of style. This is a man who is well-rounded. He has defeated all kinds of people. I talked about that No Limits Battle Royal. He beat Jacob Fatu. He beat Brennan Williams. He beat Cassius Ohno, all to become the Reality of Wrestling champion.
Jacob Fatu is an individual who's created quite a buzz for himself, but I mean, none of those guys that you listed, Bradley, are quite Rich Swann.
Absolutely, Rich Swann is one of a kind. And like I said, I'm not going to deny his talent. Absolutely not. There's a reason why he was the X Division champion.
Giving up a lot of weight, though. What did you say Davidson weighs?
Davidson's about 265.
Rich Swann, I mean, he's been in there with the likes of Willie Mack and Sami Callihan, and Madman Fulton lands on his feet. Big-time drop kick from Rich Swann here in our main event tonight.
The road champ. We saw, though, Ryan Davidson earlier trying to rally the troops back there in the locker room area. He is kind of the de facto captain of Team Reality of Wrestling here this evening.
Davidson taking his time to get back into the ring here with Swann. Rich delivers. He's just waiting on him. Second drop kick from Rich Swann. Ducks the clothesline. Watch what Rich Swann can do here. Turns him around. Rich Swann is silky smooth. Oh! Rich takes his time. Scott, I'd say this one's in the bag for Impact tonight.
Oh, Swann tossing Davidson out. Gotta be looking to fly.
Yeah, he's not going to give a reprieve to Ryan Davidson. Goes over one. Oh,
Ryan
no.
Davidson had it well got him. Rich Swann lands right on the top of his dome. Oh! Slam on the outside from the bear.
This match ends in any sort of a draw, and Scott, that Compton's match is going to be implemented. We're going to go to overtime tonight.
I hate to tell you this, I made up that whole concept of the captain's match.
Alrighty then. I was just about to ask you who the captain of Impact Wrestling would be.
There you go.
I'm just always told if you don't have the answer, make one up.
Sure.
There we go, though. Rich Swann back in the ring. The bear trying to get a pinfall right here.
Robert hooks the leg and a kick out. How many nicknames does this guy have? The Bear, the Final Boss, Bowser.
Oh, you'll be laughing here at the end of the night, I'm sure. Oh! You know, as the Bear says, answer the call or get mauled, and right now he's doing just that to the X Division champion.
What's up, lady?
Well, Ryan Davidson, for everything we're saying about him, he has been impressive.
Yeah, there's no question he's a big bruising competitor. And he showed already he has some great technical skills.
Oh! Good night.
That Look at that.
Cover by Davidson after a chop. How many times have you seen somebody get chopped and they fall down? Wow. That was impressive.
Yeah, Davidson has a huge size and strength advantage here, and he's been using it well.
I don't know if you want to talk trash to Rich Swann, though. Swann swinging fists, ducks the clothesline. Oh, Rich is lightning quick.
Well, this is a must-win situation for Reality of Wrestling. Oh, jeez, I felt that one over here. Swann getting fired up. Oh, wow, that could be all.
Rich Swann.
Scott, I think he should have gone for the pinfall right there.
What's he going to deliver?
I think you might be right there, but what's he going for here?
Not if he connects with the 450.
Oh, wait a minute.
Impact Wrestling is going to win this one here tonight.
Oh.
How did he kick out? How did he kick out?
And a kick out from the Bear. Like I said, it's a must-win situation. Ryan Davidson is a big match situational competitor.
Swann, maybe should go to the top here.
Second 450.
He's going to try it again.
Oh,
the knees got up.
Ryan Davidson got the knees up inside cradle, shoulders down and a kick out.
God, Davidson almost pinned Swann there.
Ryan Davidson doesn't want to let Reality Wrestling last opportunity.
No, don't go for a cover.
Big Falcon Arrow, that could be all right now.
Kick out, Rich, kick out.
Rich Swann able to get the shoulder up. Ryan Davidson, well, I want Reality Wrestling to end up like Golden State and lose your last home game.
What the hell? That's Sammy Callahan.
Sammy Callahan and Terrell Tempo are still brawling.
Their battle continues. Who the hell? It's
Wait
everybody.
a minute. That's the Reality Wrestling locker room.
It's everybody.
Moonshine. Clay Roberts. We have La Familia. Ryan Keith.
The locker rooms have emptied.
They're
It's like the Wild Wild West.
What's going on here?
The cavalry. Where the hell did Dez come from?
There's Dez with the Rascals. All day Will Lockhart.
Anarchy rules.
What the hell is going on here? Let's get some order.
In Houston, Texas.
And the referee calling for the bell. Fly deaf in front of us.
Bodies are everywhere.
It's Reality of Wrestling versus Impact in Houston. We brought the problem to Impact.
The match has been thrown out. The match is over. These guys don't care. It's bedlam. It's anarchy. On the eve of Slammiversary, Deep Impact has turned into a ballroom brawl.
It's full chaos out here. Rich Swann, Ryan Davidson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us here tonight in partnership with Reality of Wrestling and Impact Wrestling. I think we have to do this all over again to determine a winner as the bodies continue to fly here in Texas.
Oh, wait a minute.
Good night, everybody, from Houston, Texas.